Listen, if I were you, I would run, not walk, and demand that Karen does another DNA test, this time against your sample. Simple.
You would?
I mean, she was smashing Reverend Brother Preacher at the same time as you. Who's to say somebody else wasn't clapping them cheeks?
You really think that's a possibility?
Well, you know what? I can't blame Danny if it turns out that the only reason she gave the sage advice to Zach of, hey, you know what? Go ahead, get that DNA test, but make sure that you use your DNA as a sample so we can finally bury the hatchet and put this baby daddy storyline to bed. If she simply did this because she was, mad at Karen and did this out of spite, I wouldn't blame her. Because if you ask me, go back to last week's episode when Karen was giving the girls attitude as soon as they arrived to the salon late for the setup for the grand opening, but also the funky demeanor she had because of the brunch invite they extended to Fatima after Danny rightfully pointed out, well, look, we invited you. I called you on the phone. It wasn't even last minute. You said no. You cussed me out. So we invited Fatima. So what's the big deal? And then when the girls apologized and it's like, look, we're so proud of you and whatnot. And she's like, well, I went off on y'all earlier, but I still feel my feelings were valid. And then all the girls kind of looked like, okay. And well, hey, I'm not mad. Danny straight up said, look, hey, me and you go way back, and I like Fatima. And I feel like, hey, she has the right to know. And go ahead, get that DNA test. I did feel like it was kind of weird how one moment she was telling Zach, are you accusing my friend, my dear friend Karen, of being a hoe? Going around sleeping with Joe Smo in the mix between you and Aaron. But yet, in the same breath, well, to be kind of fair and honest, she was a bit of a garden tool back in the day. My question is, look, I'm not trying to judge. I'm just making a point. Why isn't it a fair question to ask Karen, have you had more partners than Zach and Aaron? Why is that so offensive when you are pregnant, but yet you don't know who the daddy is? I feel like, this isn't a 1 and 2 situation where it's just two candidates. You literally had to get tested a bunch of times. You have these men just not knowing for so long. No, I don't feel like it isn't a fair question, and I wish her mom or something would bring. And I'm not trying to say her mom should shame her, but I wish you were a bit more responsible than sleeping with more than one guy within such a small time frame that it's a question of who the baby daddy is. So, do I think Karen betrayed, or did Danny betray Karen? No. One of her friends came to her for advice, and Danny is a truth sayer. So, yeah. Even though I do feel like it's a bit weird for her to, either judge Zach for assuming Karen had multiple partners, and then mentioning how Karen was a bit of a garden tool back in the day, considering her hot girl summer tendencies, but pot kettle. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Karen or Danny just gave Zach that advice out of spite? I mean, she definitely gave the entire vibe of, hey, this is what I would do, but I don't know. Those memes where it's like when someone gives you advice, but they add, but I don't know at the end, just in case things go south. So let's talk about it in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.